Hey guys, welcome to What the Flick, the Lumberjack Show. What are we building today, Alonso?
We didn't call each other, and we're going to make a birdhouse.
Yeah. Homeland episode, the penultimate, I don't know, 12, I guess, right? Or 11, or 12 total. It's the second to last episode of season 4. Krieg Nicht Lieb. I don't speak German, which means war, not love on Google Translate, but might mean something else. However, we do see some Germans. We meet an old girlfriend of Quinn's there at the German embassy.
Quinn's has got one everywhere, I think.
So yeah, Quinn is, what was very interesting about this, I thought, and we'll take a look at a clip in a sec, but I thought what was really compelling was we got a little backstory on Quinn, just in a 15-second conversation about, Carrie was like, man, 2 months ago he was ready to get out. And she's like, yeah, and 4 years ago he was ready to get out, and in 3 years, he always comes back to do what he does best. But it undercuts Quinn's passion, though, right? At the time, because at the moment that he's going through it and he's having the affair with the girl,
the landlady,
and he's drinking and he's in such despair, and my whole notion that his whole mission here wasn't to complete the mission, but his mission was to save Carrie.
Really, it's just that he has no choice but to go back to work because that's what he does.
It was always what he was going to do. It makes it, it lessens him as a character. I don't mean from a storytelling point of view. It's an interesting thing that they've done.
It takes away motivation.
It takes away. So, you thought so highly of him, and now maybe you pity him a little bit. Anyway, let's take a look at a clip from the episode.
Tell me what you did to stop an attack that wiped out my entire station.
It was a goddamn coup.
There was a Taliban flag waving over my head. I can't let that stand.
Carrie.
Yes, sir.
Is there something going on I should know about?
With the Pakistanis.
He thinks he can fix this by himself, but all he can do is get himself killed.
He's an assassin.
You know these people do not around.
Perry's have issued a kill order. It's his head or mine.
Okay.
Once in your life, you need to listen.
Somebody pointed out, I can't remember if it was somebody on Twitter, that this season, after season 3 was such a dud, there seems to have been a memo to writers, more cliffhangers.
Yeah.
And boy, did we get one this time.
Yeah, we got a big one this time, and it goes back to that line that you saw Tracy Letts deliver, saying, is there something going on with the Pakistanis? And we don't know quite what to make of that at the time. Of course, that was incredibly significant. There's definitely something going on with the Pakistanis.
Sure, and at the moment you just think it means, are you in contact with, the handsome prince? But no, it's like, there's clearly, it goes much deeper. And it's funny because, when they introduced Dahl as like the black ops guy, he was always sort of shrouded in mystery and nobody knew what the hell. But over time, as he seemed to be in Saul's corner and, really kind of like on the same page for the most part with Saul and Carrie, he sort of softened in the way the show presented him, and we kind of began to think of him as, one of the trustworthy ones, one of the good ones.
I never trusted that guy.
Well, you were right.
Yeah, no, I never trusted that guy. I did not see that coming at the end. But there's a lot of, the people who are not honest in the show, and you always have to remember that. So again, we now know that again, maybe Quinn has always been this guy who's torn by it and then ends up going back and doing what he does best, is kill people. But also that line that he delivered to his German ex that you saw there in the clip, they flew a Taliban flag over me, and that I can't abide by that. Quinn doesn't give a shit about that. I don't think so. I think what exactly his motivations are unclear, other than he clearly wants to kill Haqqani, but he doesn't care about the Taliban flag flying over. He didn't want to be there.
I don't know. I mean, I always think back to the beginning of this show, to why this show kind of exists, which is Carrie being obsessed with 9/11 and not wanting that to happen again on her watch.
Yeah.
Surely she's not the only person in the intelligence community or the State Department or any of those places that feels that way.
I just think that was a really un-Quinn line, and I don't think the writers blew it. I think that
they haven't laid enough groundwork to make it work and to sort of back it up with anything.
He means something else. I think he literally means something else. He's just, and I don't know exactly,
he just needs an excuse? Or?
He needs an excuse, or does he just want to, maybe it's as simple as he wants to avenge Farah's death, or that he can't think that he came here and was a participant in more of this frickin' madness.
Sure.
That we can't just keep running these things and letting it go on. at a bare minimum, for the love of God, let's do something right and let's kill that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like do something.
Yeah, let's cap this one so it's not just another failure, and it's a failure that I had a key role in. You know.
Yeah. So anyway, I thought that was, but guys are, everything is not what it seems, and that's incredibly appealing in the show, and they've managed to get that right.
When Carrie is told by the one who's really upset about Farah, the
Max.
Max. Okay, sorry. There's a Max on the affair too. That's why I was getting confused. When Max tells her you need to call your sister, I thought, oh no, not the baby, not the baby.
No, but we know that.
But yeah, James Rebhorn died in real life.
So
yeah,
it had to be Dad. But no one could have foreseen the meaningful Carrie Max hug.
No.
Like that was not a. Which when we met Max and he was doing the work and he was so nerdy and so you didn't think that. Max, a player.
Gets a backstory.
Yeah, right, Max gets a whole storyline. It's good, and he was, of course, helping Quinn out. And I don't know, I just, and I liked Quinn's, we learned that Quinn's very good.
Oh, yeah.
And he got rid of those freaking Dick Cheney, Halliburton guys quick, the independent contractors there. And then threatened Carrie, Then there's that, he grabs her neck and
was very close to getting away with killing Haqqani.
Sure, of course. If Carrie hadn't been there, he would have done it.
Right.
He would and by the way, what's really compelling also about the show, he would have killed Haqqani, and he would have killed a lot of other people there.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah. And all.
But I mean, what are we supposed to make of that? What is that? That's a
collateral damage, I
right,
guess.
Collateral damage. Right?
But all of it stemming out of this seemingly impromptu protest that he completely created.
Yeah, totally. He's good, man.
Yeah, but what's great, again, this show, there are people that argue that it's propagandistic or whatever. It kind of makes you think, wait, when else has this happened, or what are they drawing from in real life that this goes on? Because I don't think people necessarily think of, if they think of a CIA execution, they think of like sniper on the rooftop. They don't think of let's create an entire protest so there's rioting in the street so we can blow up this one guy and it'll look like it was organic.
The other show that you and I are doing together right now, of course, is The Newsroom, which just ended its run the same night that this Homeland episode aired. And that one of the whole storylines this year was the fake protest.
Oh, right, true, you're right.
So here's what we can draw from, I think, from this.
This is what it looks like.
This is what we do.
Yeah,
this is how we do it fancy. We're really good at it, and it's frequently incredibly sinister, and you don't want to know about it. I didn't like Carrie realizing that, thwarting Quinn's assassination attempt, I guess because she wants to save him. It's a little unclear how they feel about each other. If are they drawn to each other? I don't.
I think in a way that Quinn is another loose end for her, like that she, having lost so many people in the attack on the embassy, and him having been so close to her.
And Brody.
Well, sure, yeah. That it's like this one we do not lose. This one I save somehow.
But I didn't like her taking that gun out. That felt like a CSI moment. Yeah. I thought that David Caruso was her, right? And then all of a sudden, handsome Pakistani general is there to. But we certainly learned who's calling the shots there. It's
Dahl.
No, but I mean in Pakistan.
It's
Nazmeen or whatever. Tasmeen.
No,
God,
definitely.
oh man, he just gets prettier each week. I can't bear it. So I don't know. And then what do we think? Last thing, what is Dahl? I mean, is he? What could possibly be that they're working with Haqqani because there's somebody that only, of course, we always work with people if it turns out there's somebody who we think is worse.
Sure,
that he'll play ball with us. So he just wants power. He's as cynical and corrupt as anybody else.
Who knows? I mean, and how far back does it go? Like, was he in on the kidnapping of Saul?
Yeah, I don't know, man. This is and is Saul going to replace Tracy Letts again? Is he coming back? I don't. Oh man, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Oh, by the way, the baby hired to play Franny. I mean, would they do a casting call of like 10,000? They found a baby that looks exactly like Brody.
I know. It's like
really impressive.
They either just sent out baby pictures of him, or like they do one of those computer simulations of what
fake.
their baby would look like.
Totally, yeah, totally. Yeah.
Again, in the affair, we were saying that like there's. That penultimate episode had so much stuff going on that we questioned whether or not they were genuinely going to wrap it all up in one, or if it was going to sort of bleed into the next season. I'm wondering, are we just leading to a massive cliffhanger now?
I think we're leading to a massive cliffhanger, and we're going to get, what I would consider the likelihood of the people who killed Kennedy. But I mean, you know, the impossible to figure out
Right.
CIA within the CIA.
Yeah, the labyrinthine web
Right,
of
right.
international intelligence.
As always, good stuff. Good stuff, compelling TV. Thanks.